How'd you wreck the bike, Junior?
This kid was coming out of his driveway on a scooter, and I ran into him.
Well, Junior, you gotta watch where you're going. How could you run into a thing like a scooter?
Well, it was like the time that you ran into the side of a truck.
Well, that was different. The truck sneaked up on me.
How could it sneak up on you? It was loaded with chickens, and the chickens were cackling.
I couldn't hear them. Your mother was talking.
Yes, it's William Bendix in The Life of Riley. With Marjorie Reynolds as Peg, George O'Hanlon as Dudley, Lou Jean Sanders as Babs, and Wesley Morgan as Junior. Produced by Tom McKnight. And directed by Abby Berlin.
Good morning, Mr. Riley. Good morning, Junior. And how is everybody this beautiful, beautiful day?
Hello, Mr. Binney.
Hiya, Waldo.
Mother Nature has left me ecstatic, speechless, and bubbling over.
Well, why don't you take a couple of spoonfuls of bicarb?
As I walked over here, a huge crocus lifted up her head and smiled at me.
I gotta do my homework. I'll see you later.
Then, as I continued on my merry way, a black-eyed Susan winked at me and puckered up her peppers.
Oh, this is sickening.
Mr. Riley, don't you know what it means when a man speaks of a whole world full of flowers?
Hay fever?
It means he's in love. Wonderful, thrilling, rapturous love. L-O-V-E.
I know how to spell it.
Her name, Mr. Riley, is Millicent Fenton, and she's the most heavenly creature who ever walked.
Yes? Where'd you meet her?
Riding on the bus.
Oh, you mean you flirted with her?
Mr. Riley, the bus went around a sharp curve, see, and I landed in her lap.
Oh, well, that is kind of romantic at that.
On the contrary, she was knitting at the time. I have to go now, Mr. Riley. I'm composing a tone poem about Millicent's eyelashes.
Must have sprung a sprocket.
Mr. Riley, that was very unkind.
I'm talking about the bike, Waldo.
Oh.
Mr. Riley?
Yes?
I'm Mrs. Lindsay, Waldo Binney's sister.
Oh, Waldo, Binney's sister.
And this is my son, Drake.
Well, I'm very pleased to meet you. Oh, won't you come in? Oh, this is my wife, Peg, and my daughter, Babs.
How do you do? I was wondering if you know where my brother is. I stopped by his house, but he isn't there.
Well, he was here a few minutes ago. He said he was going right home.
Oh, dear. I have to go to San Diego this weekend. I was planning to leave Drake with Waldo.
Oh? Well, that's simple. Why don't you just leave the little fella here, and then when Waldo gets home, I'll see.
Riley, maybe Waldo will be home in a few minutes.
Well, I know, but there's no use holding up his sister. I'll tell you what you do. You go right ahead, and I'll see that the little fella gets delivered.
Oh, thank you so much. Mustn't climb on the furniture in your heavy shoes, dear. You might fall down and hurt yourself.
Okay, Mom.
So nice meeting you folks.
Mrs.
Thank
Lindsay,
you very much.
on second thought, maybe
Goodbye.
you better take...
Go on, Mom. When do we eat?
Eat? We just got through eating.
I didn't. I'm hungry.
Oh. Well, maybe Auntie Peg can find you a cookie.
Hasn't she got any cake? Come on, I'll see what I can find. I don't like girls. Come on.
As soon as Waldo gets back, I'll take his nephew right over. He seems like a nice kid.
I want a piece of cake.
When you get to know him. I think I better go out to the garage and finish fixing Junior's bike. You get to know him. Waldo, what are you doing here?
The most frightening thing happened.
Your girl proposed to you.
So, see, I was out in my backyard talking to one of my petunias, see?
Yeah, I know. Then the little man in the white coat came along and...
No.
No?
I heard somebody at the front of my house, see? And I peeked around, and it was my sister and her little boy.
Oh. Oh, Waldo. That reminds me. Come on in the house.
I better explain. See, my sister's little boy is a regular monster, and I just knew she wanted me to take care of him for the weekend.
Yeah, well?
I just couldn't, Mr. Allen. Oh, I'd taken care of him before, and I was a total wreck before it was through.
Look, there's something I want to...
I'm thirsty. Give me this. Give me that. The way he carried on.
Waldo.
Oh, I'm so thankful I escaped and found asylum in your garage.
Look, Waldo, pull up that sawhorse. I want to have a little talk with you. Petunia to Petunia. I mean, man to man. Go ahead. Waldo.
Yes?
A little while ago, you told me that you had a girlfriend.
A vision of loveliness.
Well, it's possible that someday you and her might want to get married.
Very possible.
Uh-huh. And then you might want to raise a family.
Imagine a little Waldo Jr. I can just see it now. He'll look just like me.
Well, you got to take what comes along. But, Waldo, what I was trying to say was that now would be a good time for you to start getting used to children.
I'm very fond of children.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that. Waldo, look.
All except my sister's little boy.
Waldo.
Mr. Riley, are you trying to tell me something?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Hi, Uncle Waldo.
Drake, it's you.
Yeah, your favorite nephew. Want a bite?
Sorry, Waldo. I didn't know what I was getting you into.
I would rather just not talk about it.
Yeah, I know. Where is he now?
Last time I saw him, he was in the kitchen. He was putting a stool on a table so he could reach up and get the jam jar out of the light fixture.
Oh, that kid's a terror, Waldo. What's the jam jar doing in the light fixture?
I hid it there once. But I'm through with all that now. And I'd rather just not talk.
Yeah, Waldo, well, I'm sorry, Waldo.
I can put up with taking care of Drake, but tonight was to have been my first date with Millicent.
Oh. Where were you going?
To the movies.
Well, why don't you just take the kid along?
The three of us go to the movies? Impossible.
Well, if you can't afford it, make the kid pay his own way.
When we get there, we'll probably hold hands.
Well, you better, or else that kid will wreck everything in the joint.
I mean, Millicent and I will probably hold hands. I ought to think how I'd looked forward so to this evening.
Waldo, I'm not going to stand by the door while love flies out the window. You go on your date. I'll take care of Drake.
Oh, I can never thank you enough.
Oh, don't mention it, Waldo.
Oh.
All I ask is that you think of me while your Venus de Milo is crushing you in her arms.
Oh, Mr. Riley, Venus de Milo didn't...
Huh?
Is he all right, Mr. Riley?
Well, I can't tell. He's all covered with jam. I think it's jam. Yeah, it's jam.
You know I'm going over to Mildred Nichols' house tonight to play bridge with the girls.
But think of poor Waldo.
You think of him. Why don't you take care of his nephew?
Because I've got to go bowling. It's a league game. You know how Hawkins is if we don't show up. Now, look, Peg, but, oh. Hiya, Babsy.
Hi.
What are you doing today?
Riley.
I'm going out with Don. There's a good movie at the drive-in.
Oh, that's nice. Babsy, how would you like me to pay your way into the show, huh?
Riley.
Well, they can shove the kid in the trunk. Under the hood? Don's car's got them holes in the hood the kid could peek through, and He wouldn't miss it. He'd be a little goody, huh?
Oh, hi, Mr. Riley. You know, Mr. Riley, I can never thank you enough.
Yeah, but Waldo...
I just talked to Millicent. I told her I'd be right over.
Yeah, Waldo,
I am embarking on the most beautiful moment of my entire life.
Yeah, I know.
How do I look?
Well, you look fine, but Waldo...
Yes, Mr. Riley?
Why don't you just forget about the whole thing? Millicent probably ain't your type anyway.
We're perfect for each other. Now, why do you say that?
Because I can't get nobody to take care of Drake.
I see. Thanks just the same.
Well, I tried, Waldo.
Farewell, Millicent. Farewell, life.
Attaboy, Waldo. I'm glad to see you taking it so well.
I'm going for a walk. Lover's leap.
Oh, good. The fresh air on the way down will do you. No, Waldo. No, you can't do that, Waldo.
There's just no other answer.
Well, of course there's an answer. We've got to... I'll take care of the kid. I was supposed to bowl in an important league game tonight, but I'll make the sacrifice. Probably cost me my job, but that doesn't matter.
Bless you, Mr. Riley. Bless you. Oh.
Pop,
Yeah, Junior.
Mr. Hawkins just called. He wants you to get down to the bowling alley right away.
He does?
He says if you're not down there in 20 minutes, you're going to get fired.
Oh. Tell him I'll be right there, Junior.
Okay.
You said it didn't matter if you lost your job.
Well, I know, but it didn't sound so bad coming from me.
That's Millicent. I just know it isn't.
No,
I can't tell her that I can't see her tonight.
Would you? Yes, I'll handle it for you, Waldo.
What are you going to say?
Well, I'll just tell her the truth. It's the only way. Hello, Millicent. This is Chester A. Riley. I'm a friend of Waldo's. How do you do? Look, Millicent. Waldo isn't going to be able to go out with you tonight. No. Well, he can't get a babysitter, you see. Hello, Millicent. She hung up?
Babysitter. But she thinks that I have a feeling you said the wrong thing.
All I said was that you... I got a feeling you got the right feeling.
When do we eat? I'm hungry.
I feel terribly sorry for poor Waldo.
Well, it wasn't my fault, Peg.
But it was, Riley. When you told the girl that he couldn't take her out because he couldn't get a babysitter, she could only assume one thing.
Cal, Bill, come on in.
Hi, folks. Hey, what's the matter with that Waldo fella up the street?
Yeah, we just saw him in his yard.
Yeah, he looked like a sick sheepdog.
Oh, well, don't let that worry you. Waldo looks like a sick sheepdog when everything's going fine.
Waldo is lovesick.
Oh, I know the feeling. You just mope around the house, you can't eat.
Hey, wait a minute. I can't ever remember a time that you couldn't eat.
Listen, Smarty, it might mean that I never happened to meet Mr. Right.
Mr. Wright? Which one were you interested in, Orville or Wilbur?
Is Waldo's girlfriend playing hard to get?
Well, it's not that so much. It's just that he's got a nephew that's playing hard to get rid of.
It seems the boy's a real behavior problem.
Oh, well, that's simple. All Waldo has to do is apply a little psychology.
If he's going to apply anything, it ought to be a hairbrush.
Now, let's go up and straighten this thing out.
Calvin, what do you know about handling kids?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll match my wits against a kid anytime.
Yeah, and Cal can do it, too.
Thanks, Riley.
If you're going to handle a 7-year-old, you got to think like a 7-year-old.
Hey.
That's
Sounds like somebody moaning.
I knew Waldo was desperate, but I didn't think he'd go this far. Waldo, what happened? He did it.
Hey! Don't try us, stranger. He's a bad guy, and I'm king of the wild frontier.
Oh.
He said we were playing Davy Crockett.
Yeah, but I was a plane.
Waldo, how could you let a dumb kid like that tie you up, huh?
Oh, it was easy. First, I took his hand like this. Then I put this around his wrist. This.
And then?
This. I did like this. And the rest was easy.
Since when did Davy Crockett use handcuffs?
Since he started watching Dragnet.
Oh. Well, hey, wait a minute. Hey, get me out of here. Hey,
Riley,
what do you come? I know,
Riley,
Huh?
let me handle this, will you? Let me handle it. Come here. These bad guys been giving you a lot of trouble, eh, Croc?
What did you call me?
Croc.
Hey, you sound like a good guy.
That's right, pal. I'm one of the good guys, born on a mountaintop in Tennessee. And I've been thinking we sort of taught this bad guy a lesson, so why don't we let him go, huh?
Okay, if you say so, pal.
That's the way a dumb kid gets you tied up, Ryle.
Thanks, Croc.
Don't call me Croc. Only good guys call me Croc.
Relax, Ryle. I'll have him eaten out of my hand.
Make sure he don't bite you.
Say, Croc, what do you say you and me go over here and sit down and figure out how we can head off the Redskins at the pass, huh?
Okay, if you say so, pal.
Well,
What do you say, Waldo?
Croc, we gotta figure out
Just.
how Davy would have done it.
Well, what are you grilling about? Well, don't worry about that. I'll have you loose in a second, Waldo. That's nothing to get upset about here. There we are. What do you say you and me go out and have a little bull session with the crocuses, huh?
The flowers aren't speaking to me anymore. And neither is Millicent. Every time I call her on the phone, she hangs up.
Well, that's nothing unusual. Same thing used to happen to me when I was single. I'd say, this is Chester A. Riley speaking, and boom, they'd hang up. Must have been something about the sound of my name.
There must be something we can do to square things with Millicent.
Oh, you bet there is, Waldo. You and I are going right over to Millicent's house now, and we'll straighten everything out, huh?
Oh, that's a good idea.
So we'll plant up some trees and wait it.
What about Drake?
So the bad guys are coming around the bend, see? And us good guys fall from the tree and knock him to the ground. What do you say?
I can watch him for a few minutes. We'll sneak out. He won't even know we're going.
Frontier. We ride small.
That Mr. Dudley certainly has a way with children.
Oh, he's got it up here. He's just like Gillis. He knows all the...
Waldo, wait for me! I don't want to go with you.
What happened to Mr. Dudley?
He turned out to be a bad guy.
Mr. Riley, this is Millicent's house.
Oh, that's nice.
Soft. What light through yon window breaks.
Yeah. Now, look, Drake, you wait out here while me and your Uncle Waldo go in. And no breaking windows.
I'm nervous.
Well, what's there to be nervous about? The poor girl is probably pining her heart out for you. She's lonely. She's got nobody in the world to turn to except you. Now, come on.
What'll I tell her, Mr. Riley?
What is it? Nothing to it, Waldo. You just explained to her that your nephew ain't your real son, but he... Oh. Hi. Yeah, you just tell her that...
Didn't you see what I just saw?
Yeah, sure. A little kid came out of there. Little kid. Didn't you know about this, Waldo?
Of course I didn't.
Well, if she's a widow and she's only got 2 kids, why, it wouldn't...
Yeah, but... Oh, no.
And she was sore because she thought you had 1 kid.
Yeah, I think we better be leaving.
Yeah, I think we better.
Where's Drake?
Well, I don't know. He was around. Maybe he disappeared. Holy cow, they're coming off the assembly line.
You're not threatening me. I'm leaving anyway.
Head for the hills, Waldo!
You want me?
I think we're safe now.
We're not going to be safe until we're in your house, Waldo. Keep running. Run!
Waldo! Riley! They found me! Hey, I will listen to you guys!
Right, Cal.
Waldo! Riley, wait a minute! Look! Mark has me handcuffed! Wait! What a horrible way to go through life!
Well, anyway, Waldo, everything worked out for the best.
For the best.
Well, sure. Under the circumstances, her having all those kids and all, aren't you happy about the whole thing?
No, I am not. I'm miserable. Absolutely miserable.
Yeah, I know how you feel, Waldo. But Peg's got some girlfriends. I'll see what I can do.
No, thank you. I'll just continue on my bachelor way. I'll take the lonely road, wearing my heart on my sleeve.
Waldo, don't talk like that. It's unsanitary.
Uncle Waldo.
So you finally decided to come home.
Uncle Waldo.
Don't bother him now. Between the 2 of us, we've loused him up bad enough as it is.
Uncle Waldo, I brought someone home to see you. Don't go away.
Who is it, Daniel Boone? Oh.
Hello, Waldo.
Millicent.
Drake told me that he was your nephew.
He told you?
Yes. He was playing down in my yard with Tommy, the little neighbor boy.
Neighbor boy.
Yes, he's one of the children I was taking care of.
You were taking care of... Oh, Millicent.
Waldo, aren't you going to introduce me?
Oh, yes, of course, Millicent. I want you to meet my very dearest friend, Mr... Now, don't tell me.
Riley. Chester A. Riley.
How do you do?
How do you do?
How do you do? Well, now that we're all here, let's see. We could have a round-robin checker tournament, or... Well, we could all go down and bowl a few games. I bowled last night with my plant team. We played Slotkin's Plumbing Supplies, and it was very close until...
I think they want to be alone, Mr. Riley.
But I don't get it. Hold her.
I'll explain it to you outside.
I don't want to go outside. We can't... You can't do this. This isn't polite, you know.
All right, unlock the handcuff.
So that's how it is, Mr. Riley. You don't have to say anything. If you're in love, just looking at the other person is enough.
Just looking is enough?
Yeah. Here we are. Oh, boy, Kate.
Hey, wait a minute. Come here. Maybe if I rub it, something will happen.
Peg, come here a minute, will you?
What is it, dear? Riley, you didn't shave this morning. Go do it right now. And put some drops in your eyes. They're all bloodshot.
It's a losing fight.